What's up, baddies? God damn it. Listen, one day we're going to get this damn intro right.
Oh, my God.
We're on season 2 right now. We need to get it together.
Episode 5, apparently.
I mean, listen, let's go with it.
Mm-hmm.
It really might not be episode 5 because, you know, we just wanging this thing at this point. But
Chicken wing.
what's up, baddies? How y'all doing today? Look, how you doing, Ari?
I'm good. I'm good.
You happy to be here?
We'll do that. It's giving hungover.
We went out last night to one of our friends' uncle's restaurant. Shout out to
Crab Kings in DeSoto.
Crab Kings in DeSoto. He owns one in DeSoto and in
Fort Worth.
Check him out. So damn good.
3-year anniversary.
Especially if TT making the mac and cheese.
Man, that seafood mac and cheese is something serious.
I swear it.
I got 3 orders of it.
She did. I was like, not you getting the family platter, bitch. With this fucking
What did
mac
he
and
say?
cheese.
She said, so you got a lifetime supply?
Like, to go.
To go.
So you know, we coming off a rough night.
As
you know
always.
what
I feel like we say that every
night.
episode.
I mean, you would think, like, I wonder what they think about us.
Alcoholics.
God damn it.
Social alcoholics, though.
We will find a reason to socialize so that we can drink alcohol. Yeah. So we doing good today. I hope y'all doing good. Let us know how y'all doing.
Comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Like.
What's
and the rest of them things.
Shebang.
Hit the notification bell if you're on our
look
YouTube.
at you, Miss YouTube.
You know what I mean? 'Cause look,
oh, wow. Not the notification bell. I don't even know what that means.
It's a thing. Ding, bitch, ding. So what we talking about today, Ari?
Today we're talking about normalizing weird things about sex.
Let's get weird.
Yeah, for real though. For sure.
So, okay. So before we even kind of get into that, something that we did recently when we were planning this episode. Now, I don't know how we ended up coming up with this, but it ended up being really fun and something we want to do going forward. But it was like, what do we want our audience to kind of get out of this episode?
The goal.
That goes.
It's giving education.
Look.
It's giving smart hoe.
And it's like, why do we even think something like this is important? And so what are some of the goals? Like, what do we hope some of the takeaways are?
So we definitely want to remove sexual shame around some acts that can happen during intercourse, minimize embarrassment.
Yes.
Because sex should not be embarrassing. We want to increase exploration as well, and just educate about sexual anatomy and arousal.
Let's do it. So,
God.
So, all right. So, first things first, farting.
Okay, roll it back, DJ. So we're going to talk about a couple of different things that we have experienced in our sexual careers.
Personally. Y'all, she tired of me already, and I think we like 3 seconds in.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, you're right. So we're talking about things that we've experienced. And for me, I think at one point it was embarrassing, right? It was like, you know, I don't know how to move. Like, now that this has happened, let me go like high under the covers. I'm actually done, you know? So, but kind of learning from those things, learning that these are things that happen. People, like, we have bodies make noises, bodies do things, right? And so being able to be in a space as vulnerable as having sex, and not judging your partners or yourself, for when these like normal bodily functions happen.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well done, kiddo.
The first one is farting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was /queefing.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what queefing is, it's basically for vagina owners, when air gets into the hole and as well as penetration happens, it pushes the air bubble out and it makes a farting sound. It is not a fart. However, so much shit is going down there that you can also fart. It's all, especially for vulva owners.
Yeah.
It's all very close in proximity. I've been working on my fake ass French accent. I was saying le pousse earlier in the week.
Were you?
Yeah. Because le pousse. Le pousse. Ha ha. wee
You gotta
wee.
get it from the back of the throat.
Yeah, so like two of those things. So have you ever farted during sex?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was it ever embarrassing at one point?
yes, it
Okay.
was. It was. I don't think I think I farted. The first time I farted was like, I don't know. It was like a random act of sex. I know that
Hated
sounds
that.
weird. I don't know how else to describe
Yeah.
it. But I was so fucking embarrassed. I was like, so literally my black ass was like the color of a cooked shrimp. You know what I mean? Like I was so red. Like I didn't know. I started like apologizing
I'm so
profusely.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm
so-
sorry.
yeah.
Like things like, and just like feeling guilty, girl, for like doing something that's so normal. Right. And it's like, and I think because part of it, I was like inexperienced, of course. But so is my partner. So then it was like even weird for him too. Right. Cause like girls don't fart.
I was about to say, do you think it comes from the fact that like there's this weird socialization that
Hell
the
yeah.
female body doesn't do what it's biologically supposed to? Like women don't poop and women don't fart, and it's just
Like women don't get musty. And,
yeah.
You know.
Side note, so I was reading this tweet recently, and it was like I was pooping at this man's house for the first time, and I let off like a big fart. And he knocked on the door and was like, "Are you okay?" And she goes back, "No." So then he texts her, "Praying for you." And that's how it
What
should
a
be.
good
Like,
way to handle that, right? Like,
that's
because
hilarious.
farts are fucking funny. Like, let's get serious.
And like she was like, you knew she needed that prayer.
Yeah.
Like if you let something off and somebody has to knock on the door to check
just
on
check
you,
on your well-being.
Are you okay?
Not the wellness check from the cops.
I'm
Bitch.
telling you.
We're just
We're just trying to make sure you're all right in
ma'am.
there.
Like,
And then sending you prayer. Yeah, so that definitely like it's normal.
Yeah, it
and I
is,
think
it
that's
is.
a great example on how to kind of take the shock and embarrassment out of it. Is just like
Yeah.
roll through, make jokes.
yeah.
For sure.
What about you?
I've farted in sex, but I think the first time I queefed was really interesting.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I always end up telling like the weird places I have sex. I should stop setting myself up like that. But I was having sex with this guy, and we were having sex doggy, and I queefed, and he asked me, "Did you fart?" And I didn't know at that time it was called queefing, so I was just like, "No." And he for sure didn't believe me. Like,
It was a pussy fart.
yeah, but I didn't even know it was that. I just
Right.
knew
He was
it
like,
wasn't
"No,
a fart.
I know what a fart feels like,
Yeah,
and I
and
know I didn't do it. Obviously, it was you.
that was it. That was it. That's what I left it at. So that was, I
He
wouldn't say,
didn't believe.
no, he definitely didn't believe me.
Did he say anything?
He goes, okay.
I feel like there's more to the story.
I've been setting myself up for real bad failure on these things. So I'm going to start reeling back some of my
Oh my
stories.
God.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
he was just
God.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like he did not believe
and he
me.
just kept it going, kept it moving.
Because I didn't fart. I just didn't know what to
He's
call
like,
it.
I didn't do that. That was not me.
No. And not even that. He just like straight up was like, did you fart? And I was
Yeah.
like, no. And he continued to beat my shit in and was like, oh, okay.
In his head, he's like, this bitch knows she lying. She
Lying.
knows she
Why
had
a farting ass?
but I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm going to keep rolling because I'm not going to stop now just because she farty or whatever. A little bit gassy.
Nothing.
We did have food earlier. Who knows?
As long as you ain't had no beans or no eggs.
I can't even remember.
God damn it.
Can't even remember.
God damn. So, next thing is pooping during
anal
anal.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's super normal. And she's going to be mad about to tell this story. My best friend in high school, the first time she had anal, shit got everywhere.
Just a shitty
It
mess.
was a shit storm, if you will. And they were not at their
Shit out of
home.
control.
They were not in their bed.
Where
So
were
this was
they?
some other person's bed.
No way.
And they literally had to strip the bed
No fucking way.
and dump it in the washing machine because it was literally a shit disaster.
Yeah.
And she to this day she won't do anal.
She fucking traumatized, bitch. What do you mean? And it's a trauma. That's not.
So like, had she known, had there been proper education at the time that is totally normal, like, and there's ways you can prevent it, especially if you know.
Do tell.
So
Let
like
the
you
people know.
can douche in your anus only. Do not douche in a vagina. It's not good for your pH balance. That is a self-cleaning organ. Your anus is not.
Yeah.
So you can, if you like anal sex and you know you're going to participate in that during intercourse.
Yeah.
Or whatever night that is, whatever day, whatever time, you can douche. You can clean your anus out. Therefore, you won't have poop. Now, that's not a requirement because scat play is the thing. Some people are into that. Some people like playing in feces.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but I enjoy talking about poop.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that happens, it's not that big of a deal.
And I think also, if you're going to be doing anal sex,
You need to be prepared for the fact that this is an exit.
Yeah, you have to.
Shit comes out of
prepare.
there.
Yes,
Quite
exactly.
literally.
It's like you can't not. You know what I mean? It's a non-thing.
Yeah, to me, it comes from a place of ignorance. If you think like, oh, if I stick anything, in an anus, there's not going to be any bit of poop.
Yeah,
like there's going to be some levels. That's just what it is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys out there who are engaging in or want to engage in anal sex,
be prepared for the poop.
Just know that you might shit on the dick or the toy or whatever, and it is fine.
It is fine. I really love that shit on the dick. I really loved that.
Now I was about to put that on the t-shirt.
Yeah, shit on a dick. It's almost an insult. Like, how about you just shit on a dick? Really enjoyed that. That did something for my soul.
I'm glad that I can do a little bit of soul cleansing today.
There we go.
Crying.
Oh, this is our favorite.
That's our favorite.
Crying during sex.
Crying during like an orgasm.
Yeah,
or anything
climax,
like
because it's so intense. Like, I have this philosophy that tears are the highest form of any emotion.
Yeah.
So like, if you think that you are at such a peak amount of pleasure that your only response is to like
fucking cry,
seize and cry, that is beautiful for you. Yeah. Like, it makes me so happy when I have those moments.
No,
because I'm flailing. I'm,
like, you know, like, just stop, bitch. Just like literally.
Literally leave me where you left me. Like, can't do anything for myself. It's a disaster of tears. Like, I'm actually
an infant.
Yes,
like I can't.
Newborn,
No
if you
control
will.
over my limbs.
I cannot hold it together, because it's like pleasure can be that intense where you can cry. And this isn't necessarily like a weird thing. It's just something I think should be brought up, because I feel like a lot of people do experience this.
I think so too,
and don't talk about it.
I was gonna say that it's one of those things where like people feel like I'm the only one that does it, so
Girl,
I just
no.
see it's weird.
I'm trying to cry every time.
Bring me to tears,
please. You don't care about me if you're not trying to bust me down in hysteria. Sheesh.
Fucking 5150 hold. She's
I'm
trying to put you in the hospital.
Put me in there. OPC my ass. Like,
no, exactly, right? It's one of those things where I know that a lot of people experience it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's like, if we don't talk about this stuff,
it's not gonna be,
it doesn't, and then people walk around here thinking that something's wrong with them when that happens.
Yeah. And not only like from pleasure, like you can cry because of sadness during sex, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like or just like the intensity of the emotional connection that you have with a person. Like, those things are also normal to happen. I just prefer it to be from maxed out pleasure.
Just take the meter and just
actually try to break the thermostat.
Just put it all the way up,
all the way up
to the tip top,
and then leave it there for a little bit.
The fucking mercury tip just floats. Yeah,
that's what I want.
And ends in you like.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
I just appreciate you so much.
You're actually really great.
You just like me so much.
I can't.
Yeah, like, that's where I'm trying to be. That's my favorite.
Oh shit! Why is that so funny?
Because we've done that so many times. It's fucking hilarious.
Because like, you'll just send a crying emoji in the group chat.
Yeah, y'all know what's up.
With the fucking water thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Crying
that's it.
in the water thing in the group chat
all the time. It's a running joke.
I had a good night.
It is a running joke for us, for sure.
Got you.
Question.
Okay.
Have you ever experienced like clumsiness during sex?
Oh, fucking right.
Bust it down.
That's actually my middle name. Like
Alicia Clumsy Jones.
Look, Alicia Clumsy Jones. Because first of all, the bitch got weak ankles, weak knees, a weak back.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand how you
broke
operate.
bitch, right? I'm a broke down bitch. Like
She is the governor of Brokeback Mountain.
I am. I actually have many ailments.
No,
you know what I
for
mean?
real,
And
it's
like
annoying.
not a game. It's funny because I'm too young to be like this old.
Yeah, your body is definitely older
It's
than you are.
deteriorating rapidly.
Quickly.
But
For sure.
so like there's been many of times that my fucking ankle will give out during doggy or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if I'm trying to be cute and like not on my knees, but I'm trying to stand because you know I'm a tall drink of water. And so if I'm trying to stand and just like bend over, right? It's like and like I've fallen.
I'm still stuck on tall drink of water.
It is. And I sit in it. If you can be dark skinned, then I can be tall. And that's what I said. And because I said what I said.
I really need to learn it in Russian. That was like my favorite TikTok or whatever.
So yes. And I think in the beginning, right? Because I've always been clumsy.
At baseline.
And so it's something that's always been funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that part has never really been awkward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like even before I broke my ankle, like I was still falling for no reasons, right? Fucking going down the fucking stairs in a pair of heels, looking like a baby deer. You know what I mean?
Y'all need.
And I
y'all
can
need
walk
this
in heels.
story.
That's the thing, right?
Y'all need this story.
Like I can walk in a pair of heels, like because my
can.
mama, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
my mama would literally slit my throat if I couldn't.
That's one thing we hate. Please let me give him the fop ankle story.
Go for it. Jesus Christ.
So one of the first times when we moved to Texas and we started going out, we went out to this like restaurant turned bar. And there was these spiral staircases. This is when we were drinking the OG Four Locos.
Jesus Christ.
The ones that like I'm waiting for the lawsuit to come out so I can get my money. Because we drank those like they were water. How we still are
really
present
bad.
here in this day, don't know. But after I think we drank 2 of those.
We did.
After 2 caffeine Four Locos. Why the fuck would they do that? Caffeine Four Locos and various shots. It was time for us to go to the bathroom. This bitch could not get down the stairs.
I couldn't.
Y'all know that Kevin Hart, the fop fop. Like, I was behind her having to hold her up and I was about to piss on myself
from
laughing
I could not
so hard.
get my foot
Every
in.
step down this spiral staircase, she like fop, 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 fop.
I ain't fall though. But shit, I
Bitch,
damn
I'm
near.
you up. That's what
I damn near. No, but you know it's funny because the first day I met my husband, when we weren't.
Didn't you
when
like fall on
when
him?
we weren't husbands.
When you weren't husbands? Yeah, because now you're a male.
The first night that I met him, was I fucking fell down the stairs and my best friend at the time was dying.
Yeah,
like,
that's what you do when friends fall.
She could not like contain the
I'm
laughter.
not gonna help you. I'm gonna laugh at you.
He like held me up and like he did not laugh, and like those who know my husband know that's like out of character for him.
Very.
Right.
When I'm saying he was trying to get them draws.
He will laugh at anything.
Yeah.
And
because he laughed at a funeral. Granted, it was Uncle Gary, and that was
Exactly.
hilarious.
He was making that's a
why
whole
would
nother-
you? Why would you go to somebody's funeral and it's their granddad and start singing, "This is your granddaddy"? Like, what the fuck is wrong with?
It's my my family is crazy. Like both sides of the fucking family
Wild.
is crazy. But yeah, the first he didn't laugh at me, and I was like, "Why you didn't laugh?" He goes, "Because it wasn't funny." I feel like that was just him.
He was
running
trying to
really
fuck.
hard.
We're not gonna
he was
do
running
this.
really thick game.
He was really just trying to get them draws.
But so yeah. Anyway, clumsiness is my middle name, and I think for me, since it's always been a part of my life, because I will fall in the middle of a lunchroom holding a plate. You know what I mean? Like I would just fall. Something gonna give out, and I'm like used to that. That's not something that's embarrassing for me.
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm clumsy too. Always have been. I do a lot of falling off beds.
Yeah.
And I find that to be fun because a lot of my partners just will come with me.
Yeah.
Like if I tumble, they're okay, so we're down here
doing
now.
This. We're doing this now.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times where I've been like half on a bed, half off a bed because I've fallen off and they're like, well, this is the position we're in now. Yeah. So I find that to be really fun and like we could laugh about that during the act and like even make jokes about it after. So that's cool.
I like that. And I think that's kind of the running theme with a lot of this, right? Is like these things happen and it's okay to fucking laugh at yourself.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like if you're not, it's, you know, it's part of the fun of it. If you're not having fun during sex, then like what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I asked one of my clients that. I was like, well, what do you have sex for? I said, it's my duty as a wife. I was like, so we'll unpack that later.
Yeah.
It's like...
Girl, because now it sounded like you going to work.
No, she literally describes it as a chore. Yeah, it hurts my heart for her. But she's in therapy, so she doesn't want it to be a chore anymore.
She's working on that.
I'll give her that. Yeah, that was a hard one not to control my face.
Yeah.
Because the eyes wanted to be like...
You've been doing really well with that.
Well, she and I don't have rapport yet. So once that rapport is there, you're going to see the face. Like... Ain't your regular therapist.
You have though. You gotta like give yourself. You've been doing better with that.
Yeah.
I think ever since you saw your face in that mirror, you've been making really, really tough strides, long strides.
God, I was so embarrassed by myself.
To work on that,
we were at a store and I literally caught a glimpse of my face and I was walking around the store with pure disgust.
For nothing.
Just looking at the clothes with disgust on my face and looked at Alicia and I was like, you let me walk around like this?
How's she gonna put it on me?
Because I didn't know what my face looked like. I can't see myself. And the moment I saw myself, I was like, this is not okay. This is unacceptable, actually.
That reminds me of that meme that's like, when girls say I'm approachable and they be like...
It's like me when you see me, then me when you talk to me. I promise I'm nice.
I'm actually a very nice person, thanks.
My face just doesn't look like it.
What about, so we wrote Wandering Mind during sex.
Mm-hmm. I like some of the examples we got from like our family.
So we asked some people, and it was like, does your mind ever wander during sex?
My favorite was yes to my next meal.
She's like, I was like, what you been thinking about? Food? I mean, like when I'm get, because I could eat this. Mm-hmm. What the hell?
I love that. Like I relate to that. It's very authentic. Yeah. I really love that. Because like you should be hungry by the end of sex. It is cardio.
It's a marathon.
Mm-hmm. It's exercise.
There's also somebody said that in this one I object, right? That it's a wandering mind. Law. And I think it's more of an intentional thing,
yeah.
Right? Where the person said thinking about somebody else during sex, right? As a way to kind of get them ready for sex with their partner.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
To me, it sounds like they were not attracted to their partner. Their partner wasn't able to meet their sexual needs. And unfortunately, the individual didn't have the tools or the language to be able to communicate what their needs are. So they thought about somebody who did know their needs, and that was able to arouse them to the point where they could participate in sex with that current partner. And to me, that's heartbreaking because like, damn. Yeah. You can't speak up for your needs. You don't know how to communicate your boundaries. There's the lack of assertive communication, which is sad. And also too, like, I don't think that's wandering. I do think that's intentional, because if you're using it to arouse yourself, to be able to participate, then that is very conscious.
I got you. Do you think that can be helped?
Yeah. But it's also like learning the language, learning what you need, learning how you like to be pleasured, how you like to receive pleasure, how you like to engage in sex, what you don't like, what you do like all of those things. And that takes self-exploration.
I agree. I was watching this podcast the other day.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say porn, but keep going.
I was watching this podcast the other day, and the lady was dropping knowledge bombs.
Ooh.
And she was talking about how people, when you're having sex with someone and you expect them to like know, right? And she said not know in a sense of know what's going on in your mind, but
know
like
how
if
to please you.
Yeah, know how to please you, or you expect something different, right? You want them to be
Almost like mind readers.
I gotta demonstrate.
Oh God.
She was like, you want them to be like flipping you upside down, bending you like a pretzel, and every time you please yourself, you in this one spot. She say you ain't switching positions on yourself.
That's a really good point.
Right? She was like,
Yeah.
you're not
You're
trying
not bent up
different
like a
things,
pretzel.
right? So like, and she was like, and you want somebody to be here lasting longer, but every time you jacking yourself off, you putting it on 10 so that you can hurry up, And I was like, oh my God, that's fair. That's so, it's like, and we are digressing, but us. But it's like, how do you expect these things? So even when you're advocating for yourself and you're saying the things that you want, right? It's like, are you able to do that for yourself, right? Do you know what that looks like? Do you know what that feels like? And do you know like how that is for you to kind of be in that
because
space?
let's say you get bent up like a pretzel and you try to do that for yourself, and all of a sudden penetration is painful.
Yeah. So
it changes things.
It does, right? So I thought that was really smart. Like, I'm like,
I really like
girl,
that.
you
Super insightful.
You better get these girls together.
And guys.
me
gals.
included. Like, you better get us together, girl. Please, thanks.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Don't remember who it is, or else I would shout out the podcast.
Right.
I'm gonna next time I'm gonna write down the name.
Okay, sure.
That sounds like a lie, don't it?
It does. But you like to lie, so that's okay.
So yeah. So I get so the wandering thing. Has that happened to you before? Like before? Dun, dun, dun. I know.
I really don't think so. I don't have any thought that comes straight to my mind of a time where I was just like absent-minded or thinking about something else.
Got you.
For an extensive a period of time where it could be like I could remember it. I can't say I've never done it because that's not realistic.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm a very active participant in sex just because of the type of sex I like to have. It takes being very conscious for like safety reasons, honestly.
I got you.
So I don't have a lot of those moments that I can recall.
I got you. I think when I've had bad sex, and I don't think it's a wandering mind. I think it's the thoughts in my head, like what the fuck is happening, right? Stuff like that. So like more of like a conversation in my mind, talking to myself, and then be like, oh wait, hold on, we're doing something, and like snapping myself back into the moment. Yeah, I think mine has been kind of more like that. Like with like questioning myself in that moment, like, girl, what you doing? You might as well leave, stuff like that.
I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, get out of here because this is not serving you.
You are quick to kick somebody out the pussy.
You got to
Please
go.
exit. Get out.
Thanks, no thanks. Like, we're done. You do not get your parking validated, sir. Thank you. Goodbye. Leave me alone.
I think taking a little bit of a turn to like sexual anatomy and stuff.
Okay.
Talking about smells and the different appearances of genitalia would be really important. What are your thoughts?
So one of the things that we discussed when it comes to like the genitalia is how
genitalia
genital you
genital soy quan. All right, we're done.
Is how porn has had an effect on what I've thought about the way that my genitalia looks.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think particularly when we think about like porn genitalia, it is so whitewashed.
Yeah.
So as one of my favorite humans says, non-people of color washed. It looks different. Vulvas particularly come in such a variety of sizes, shapes. Inner labia versus outer labia being different sizes, even the vaginal hole and the entrance of it being different, clitoris hoods, all of those things are different. I really hope y'all know everything that I just said because it's pretty fundamental.
If not, we can have her do like a little Patreon exclusive anatomy lesson. Just let us know.
My vagina. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Stress my father
We'll
out.
have, Jesus Christ. We'll have we can have like pictures and stuff though.
Yeah.
So you can kind of show the people.
Because the sexual anatomy, even for the penis, is also very important too. Because penises, as we all know, come different shapes, sizes, and creeds. So it's important to have a basic understanding of what the sexual anatomy is and what different genitalia looks like, because everybody should have all the same body parts.
Yeah.
So if you have the basic understanding of like where the clitoris is, how big the clitoris truly is. Fun fact, new research just came out that there is actually more than 10,000 nerves in the clitoris, not the 8,000 that we thought. Because that original research article came out in 1979.
Gotcha.
So more recent research has indicated that there's over 10,000. So the pussy really, truly is power. Love to say it.
Literally
every day.
the only organ with one purpose.
Pleasure, bitch.
And that's
Pleasure.
it. That's it. It don't have nothing else.
Nothing. Nathaniel. So like understanding the differences in male versus female and also intersex. People with intersex have the combination of both. So vulva and a penis. They also experience pleasure in the same manners that any other human would. And that comes along with, if you have an understanding of that anatomy, then you'll kind of get an idea of like that sex has smells. Like it's going to smell like pussy. It's going to smell like sweat. It's going to smell like things. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing. And there shouldn't come any scolding or shame with that. Yeah. Because again, bodily fluids are being secreted. So
bodily secretions are happening.
That's happening. Yeah. So that is going to have a scent of some source.
It's supposed to be messy. It's supposed to have a smell. It's not supposed to smell like nothing.
Yeah, correct. It's not, and not only nothing, it's not going to smell like flowers. Like, it's not going to smell sweet. It should not. Even if you're like a pineapple advocate or sweet fruit person, it's still not going to smell like a pineapple. And that is like a really big myth that people do. Like, oh, I'm going to eat all this fruit, so like my cum, period, female or male, my cum tastes better. It will on some sort, but it's still not going to taste like water.
Like pineapples and water.
Like that's not a thing.
I think the only thing that
Could you imagine if semen tastes like pineapple? You would be so terrible. You're allergic to pineapple. Your life would be so like bad. You would literally be looking like Hitch when he was drinking the Benadryl straight out the bottle. Yeah, with the straw.
Yeah, I would be on
That'd be your
deathbed.
lifetime.
No, I
hate that for you.
There's this the only thing that I know that like makes the not even just the vagina, but like the body smell like maple syrup is like fenugreek.
Ew.
Have you? Yeah.
That's gross.
And it makes it, I can't remember. I think it was a study that I read, and it said it makes it taste a little bit like maple syrup too, so a little bit sweeter. Don't go be taking fenugreek pills. This is not me saying that for you to do that.
We do not condone this.
But it was just, just like a thought, like but it makes you like smell like you smell like maple syrup as well.
I don't like that. I don't know why I immediately thought like that's how all Canadians smell.
Like maple syrup?
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable by that. That's not normal or natural is a better word.
So how do you think people can become more comfortable
with their bodily fluids and their smells?
With the look of their body parts.
Look at it. Like literally, especially if you have a vulva, it is important to understand what your anatomy is just for like health reasons.
Yeah.
So spread eagle, get a mirror, open up your labias, pull back your clitoris hood, and look at it. And then that way, when and if something goes wrong, if you get a tear or anything like you'll know. Like I've had some pretty serious sexual injuries had I not known what my
normal was.
Yeah, like what my normal is.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't have been able to know outside of the pain that something happened.
Yeah.
Because I got sliced and diced once. It was a fight. I was like, nigga, cut your fucking nails. Never happened again though. So yeah, but like had that not happened, it really wouldn't have been, because like particularly the injury was like in the crease of one of my labias.
Gotcha.
So you really couldn't see it unless you opened it up. Not me trying to eat the mic.
Please don't.
So yeah, it's really important for especially vulva earners in regards to like people with penises is equally important, especially if you're circumcised. You want to be pulling back your foreskin because
Uncircumcised.
thank you. Uncircumcised, you want to be pulling back your foreskin because one, cleanliness. Like you want to make sure that is properly clean because that can hold bacteria, which can transfer to your partner and cause some type of infection. Men and people with penises can also get yeast infections that are transferable. So understanding that even if you are circumcised, still understanding your anatomy, understanding what the head of your penis look like, what your balls look like, your perineum, which is the gooch, the taint, whatever you want to call it, knowing what all of that looks like is super beneficial because it's something that's going to be with you your entire life.
Yeah. And shit, like you can make it a thing, right? You and your partner can look at each other's so that you can know. Like they'll
mutual masturbation.
Yeah, they can see it. You know, they probably see it as much as you do,
if not more.
So
yeah,
why not, right? Like why not make it a thing? Yeah,
like it.
I love that. So go look at your junk, people.
Ew.
You didn't like that. Why?
I don't know. Because I thought immediately like junk in your trunk, and then I also thought about like a giant dumpster.
What?
Like what are they called? Where they throw all the trash at? Like, not a junkyard. Is it a junkyard?
It is a junkyard, right?
Yeah.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like that? Well, what do you say? Go look at your genitalia, folks. And stop comparing it to porn, folks.
Yeah, God.
Because theirs looks different than ours.
Very much.
Yeah.
Because theirs is supposed to be that way. A lot of like porn genitalia, especially vaginas and vulvas, are like super small. The lips are super small. They're hairless as a very common thing. Yeah. And a lot of people, it's not necessary to shave. It's not a requirement. So
it's a personal preference.
It is a personal preference for sure. Like a lot of people don't shave their legs.
And that's okay. Like you definitely get to choose all of that. Yeah.
Fun things. Do you high five after sex?
Hell yeah. Especially a good sesh.
Yeah. I'm down for it. My favorite one I've been doing recently is like I have a kink where it is like if I turn out like a 6'5" dude and like have them like squealing my name and things like that, I bow after. Like, thank you. And that's really fun. And it's not in like a condescending way or nothing. Like it's really like fun and flirty. Yeah. And it provides a good like almost power dynamic within it. And that's fun.
That is fun.
It's really fun.
I might have to try that. I mean,
yeah, I love
6'5", but
I love a curtsy. Thank you. I do what I can for the community. Is my favorite statement.
I do what I can, people. I do what I can.
Just here to help. I'm just here to help.
So I think that's going to be it for us today. I hope that we reach the goals that we set out to reach. Yeah. Today. I hope that you guys kind of took this episode, listened to it. I hope y'all had fun. Number one. I hope y'all learned a couple thing or two. Yeah.
And I hope y'all can use this to really like learn about your bodies, learn about your partners or partners' bodies, and incorporate that into your sexual career.
Yeah, because like shit happens literally sometimes during sex.
True.
So being aware of that and just kind of taking it in stride, right? Like anytime you're having sex, there's risk involved, right? Risk of injuries. Motherfucker over here that had countless sex injuries, like she said.
Jesus Christ.
There's risk of injuries, risk of all kind of shit to happen. But like, you know, it's not our job to like judge others, especially for the things that are happening to them that are normal, right? You help them out, you laugh if like, you know, you try to make them feel better about it. Make a joke if you have to, things like that. Because jokes during sex is a bomb.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like having full conversations during sex.
What did you say? How was your day?
Yeah.
Like,
I was getting ate out once and I really asked the guy, I was like, so how was your day? And he responded and that was like really great. I enjoyed that. Because like, meet me with my bullshit. Come on.
Oh my God, y'all. Look, that's going to be it for us today. Make sure you hit us up on everything at
the BS Baddies. I wasn't ready.
One day she gonna get it.
Yeah, but the BS Baddies, that's our handle on everything.
Everything. Instagram, Twitter, even though we ain't done tweet yet.
I don't even know if we will tweet with the way Elon
we might not be tweeting. but if we do, you can find us there. We on that book.
We is on that book.
We on that Patreon.
Yep.
We on that tube. Anything else we on?
IG.
IG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen.
I jiggle.
Comment. Let us know what you want to see. Okay. Make sure you rate us on the listening platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're our big ones, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
We got 5 stars, yeah.
Go look at us. People like
we got
us.
5 stars and we got a couple reviews and stuff.
That's
cute.
Go
ahead on and review
We definitely
us.
want more participation and engagement this season
do.
around. Like, we really want to hear from you guys, learn what type of topics you want to learn about,
Yes.
things that y'all have been curious
Things
about.
y'all got questions about.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have any questions, if you don't shoot us an Instagram DM, you can send us an email too. Gmail,
I don't know what our email is.
thebsbaddies@gmail.com. Send us an email. Ask us a question, any suggestions. We don't mind answering the questions here.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that can be like a fun segment. Just let us know. Anyway, we'll catch y'all next time. Thank y'all for listening.
Bye.